So let's get right down to it. I've been MIA over the last few days. I'm sorry for that, but I've been taking care of some non-vloggable matters, and I've been trying to regain back some sanity that you end up losing when doing daily vlogging. Also, I've been working on something that I wanted to talk about for one of the vlogs, so I've been writing that out and drafting it and just trying to find the right way to say it without making a bunch of people mad. But it'll probably end up still making a bunch of people mad. So what's the point? Over these last few days, Christina and I did not really do much, but we did get some Vietnamese food. Oh, and it did actually rain again in Los Angeles.
This is us in the rain.
But besides that, not much else happened. And once again, I know I say this and talk about this a lot, but I'm trying to find what I'm doing with this vlog. Like what direction I want to go next, how I want to do things, because everyone that's oversaturating YouTube with vlogs, they're just doing the same things as the bigger channels, and I want to find a way to make mine different. Like I like the videos that I'm producing. When I look back at, starting from the first vlog till now, the ones before were just a little child kind of finding his stepping in ways, and now I just feel like I have more direction, but I need to take this, combine it with that, and just find a new way to do it, because a lot of times I find myself wanting more than just these vlogs. I want to do something else. A lot of these bigger channels have an abundance of things to do, so they never run out of vlogging material. But for us smaller channels who don't have all these free handouts to do a bunch of cool shit that these bigger channels have, we are just living the average, ordinary, everyday life. So it's a lot more challenging to find out, oh, what should I film today? What should I do next? Because, you kind of have to just improvise as you go. With that being said, it's not like these bigger channels are not having to improvise and be creative every single day, but it's just the fact that more people are reaching out to these channels, so they're getting all these opportunities to do new things, try new things, or they're even getting suggestions on what to do next. And this makes a big difference whether you like to think so or not. Like for example, the show Dirty Jobs on Discovery Channel, every single week after every single episode that they aired, they would always say, write to this email to give us new ideas of new dirty jobs to do, because after a while they kind of run out of ideas and they don't really know what to do next. So when people suggest things, they get new ideas, new episodes, and they just have more material to work with overall. So yeah, that's just something that I've really been thinking about, and just seeing what I can do next to kind of eliminate the problem of not having a bunch of cool shit to do, just having everyday average person things to do. And I truly believe that just because you live an average life does not mean that you cannot have a vlog. You can have one, but you're gonna have more challenges than the bigger channels. A lot of these bigger channels got popular not just for vlogging. They were doing either pranks, which I still think is stupid, or they did all kinds of challenges or viral video type things, or just things of that nature, and then they ended up doing vlog as their additional channel or their addition to their daily, regular weekly videos. But if you're not into pranks, challenges, and making viral videos, just like I'm not, then what do you do? Well, I don't really know. That's why I'm trying to figure it out and figure out a way to get around that and still make quality videos without having to do such clickbaity titles. Because everything on the internet these days is clickbait, and I just cannot stand that. It's like, what does that say about us that we need clickbait titles to click and go anywhere? That's ridiculous. This needs to be changed or fixed, or we need to change or something. Because think of it this way. Imagine there's a new movie coming out with Brad Pitt in it. And in that movie, he travels across the United States. So let's just call it travel. And in that movie, somewhere in that travel, a dog bites Brad Pitt in his forearm. So he punches it in the head to defend himself. Now, if this movie was not in a movie theater and instead was online, or it was just following the trend of all the clickbait titles that we have online, it would not be called Travel. It would be called Brad Pitt Punches a Dog in the Face. As ridiculous as that sounds, a of people will go and see that movie. And that's why all this clickbait culture must stop. We should just have some ordinary, interesting titles, just like all the movies that come out. They're not clickbait titles. They're just interesting titles that people will probably go and look at, and then if they like the plot, they'll go and watch the movie. When starting making videos, I used to do things that were a lot more clickbaity, and still to this day, every time that I make a new video, I always question myself how clickbaity I should make it, because that seems to be the only way to get attention for your video. But I think for this point going on, for myself and others, I like to encourage all of us to do more titles that are just creative and less clickbaity. And if everyone does this, hopefully we can work together on getting rid of clickbait. However, it probably won't happen, and I'll just be the only one doing this with like 4 views on my videos, because no one will want to click on it because it doesn't have a thumbnail of a girl's ass or something about like, look at what she did, or she touched what, where. So yeah, that's kind of all I got to say, and that's kind of all I got for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember to do things. Good night.